I've been pouring up some time, but baby, don't you worry. I don't want these other hoes. I'm just a little.
All right, what is going on, guys? We got a back and bicep day going on today. We're gonna start with about 10 minutes of stretching and warming up. You don't have to have an elaborate warm up. If you want, just go do whatever lift you're doing, lightweight, a lot of reps, get the muscles fired up. I like to do a full in-depth warm up, so we're gonna do that, and then we'll head to the first workout. First, we're going to be doing seated, like kneeling lat rows, and the first muscle that you develop in that day is going to get the most development and the most benefit of the workout. So we're starting with my lats because I feel like they can use some work, especially in the thoracic, like fibers and stuff. So we're going to get that taken care of, and I'll start showing you what that looks like with some semi-decent form. So let's get into that. All right, we're going to start with some lightweight. Just kind of get the range of motion first. Make sure I'm getting that pull from my lat. Oh, it's so tight. And the biggest thing, I'd say personally, for me, the biggest thing with this lift is just feeling it. Making sure you're getting a stretch. And then when you're pulling it, you're pulling with your lat and not your bicep. Oh. About to probably move on to a bicep workout. So I usually do traps, rear delts, back and bis in one day. I do a lot of compound lifts till failure, and then I rest and eat a lot. If you're not eating sufficiently, I wouldn't recommend doing it, but if you are and you're sleeping real good, which I'm starting to get there, then it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But if you're not eating enough to refuel and stuff, I really wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't lift so much things in one day or like do so much in one day, but it's really not a lot. I just do a lot of weight and a lot of intensity to kind of really activate hypertrophy and, you know, build the muscle. So I believe we're gonna go to biceps next and probably just do some standard forearm curls, some like reverse grip, and then go from there. So yeah, let's get that done. Since I have so much wrist pain, I'm gonna attempt some hammer curls, see how that feels. Hopefully that's a little bit more steadier on one hand instead of that weird pulling like this. So always do what your body says. Never push yourself if it's an injury. If I was healthy as a horse and I couldn't get 50s, I would make my wife spot me so I could get it, but I'm just in so much pain. There's no point in hurting myself. Just remember that. There's no point in hurting yourself. If you can't get it, you can't get it. Go lower. End of the day, you know, call it. It's okay. Because the only person that's going to lose is you. It doesn't matter what that guy over there thinks. If you can't get 50s, oh fucking well, what does it matter to him? Alrighty, we're just going to start with some standard hammer curls. I would do a preacher variation, but I don't really have the platform for that right now. So we're going to do some standing one arm hammer curls. I'm going to do them cross body. Really get that squeeze up in here. I can really feel it right now, so that's good. Like I said, I'm going light even though I don't want to. Better to lift properly than to ego lift. I swear, dude, I just have a lot of muscle on my arms. I mean, I'm not done yet. I'm still building muscle, but I'm also attempting to cut now. I'm gonna start meal prepping and stuff because I feel like I would have a lot of tone. Don't get me wrong, I'm really underdeveloped in like my abs, my obliques and all that jazz, but my chest, even though there's a lot of fat, there's still a good little chunk of muscle there, so. We'll see, man. I mean, I know I'm big, but I do feel like I have a lot of muscle mass. Last time I did check, I taped myself off. I have roughly, give or take, like 170, 180 pounds of muscle mass. I weigh like 220 something right now, so that's like 40 pounds of fat. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot of fat, but we're getting there, dog. We're getting there. Knock out these curls again. I'm gonna go left hand till failure and then match it with my right. Start building up my left bicep, because as you saw when I hit that double bicep, it was left one's dragging. That's a cheated set, but it's okay. Whew, it's okay to cheat at the end, as long as you're finishing. If you're cheating every single set, they'll fix your form. You're not doing it right, dog. Whew. Okay, now we're gonna go on to seated lat rows. You're about to see how I do them. A lot of people try to hate on it, but I have found the best contraction in my lats doing it. So I'll see you there. So we're gonna be doing seated lat rows. Me personally, I like to think that I get a pretty nasty feel and pump when I do these in my lats, to be honest. We're gonna start light, go with 50 pounds. I usually can get pretty heavy with these and still do good form. So whenever you pull, me personally, whenever I do it, okay, I have my, if I'm pulling right hand, my left foot is down like this, planted. My left hand is on it. My back is straight, slightly leaning, and I'm kind of extending the shoulder, right? And when I'm gonna pull my lat in, right? I'm gonna kind of grab and pull down. I'm not gonna do this whole shit, right? I'm not gonna grab and just pull in. That's gonna do nothing but fire up, at least for me, fires up my tricep and a lot of my bicep, right? I'm doing this whole, I feel all this getting just tense, all these muscles just tense. When in reality, when I do it and I'm pulling, I really only feel slight tension in the bicep. Most of it's in my lat. Everyone's different, but me personally, that feels phenomenal when I do that. So let's go ahead and get some working sets, and y'all can kind of see my muscles firing and kind of get what I mean. Fucking wrist. I got 15, I believe. All right, T. We're going 70 pounds, seated row. Let's go. Oh my God. All right, so I went pretty heavy there on the lat. Whew, sorry, I'm out of breath for that one. We're gonna go do rear delt flies real quick, get some rear delt development. I know I've only been doing like 2 sets, but I typically go really heavy on my lats. I am gonna hit them again, probably 2 more times actually, so it's okay. I'm gonna kind of balance it out. I usually do 3 to 4 sets with a lot of weight, high weight, high intensity, and I really feel sore, but for some reason my form's been slacking. I believe it has to do with my wrist and my mind to muscle connection right now. I haven't been to the gym in like a week. I've been slacking really bad, so I'm taking care of that. We're getting back in here. That's all that matters. We're gonna go hit rear delts. See you there. I recently learned how to do rear delt flies correctly, and I will say it's been a game changer because most people think, all right, get on there, get some weight, and start slinging it back as far as you can. Well, the moment that your scapula retracts, you're then engaging the rhomboid and the teres minor and major, and it's taking a lot of the stress off of your delt. So when you're doing the rear delts, you want to make sure your chest is into it, your chest is up, you're sitting up, you're not leaning into it, hunching, you're sitting straight. And when you're pulling, you want to keep your shoulders just kind of relaxed, and you want to pull up until before your shoulder blades retract, or your scapula, right? So you're pulling. For me, it's about right in here. Then I hold it and go back down slowly, explode up. Some people can go straight arms and go a little bit further. I find that if I can bend slightly and pull to about right in here, I get peak development. So that's just a little tip for me that I've learned. And I'm passing it, because I didn't know, but now I know. So I can start getting better gains. So you should too. My wrist hurts so bad, holy fuck. Alrighty boys, last set of rear delt flies. Oh, my back's fired the fuck up. Fuck, Lord of mercy. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I started doing them like that. It's just, the burn is just, never felt nothing like it, dude. Whew. Time to go. Not sure what we're doing next. Actually, that's a lie. We are going to go hit bicep now. Let's get into that. Okay, next we're doing ISO preacher curls. I love these because you can actually spot yourself really good and get really good bicep contraction overall. It's really good for isolating your bicep. Whenever you're doing it, make sure your hand is supinated. I imagine it as if I'm pulling with my pinky. I saw it from a fitness influencer. Really smart guy. But yeah, imagine you're pulling from your pinky instead of just like pulling it in general. And I mean, I felt more contraction in my bicep doing that personally. All right, so how I went pretty heavy there on the lat. We are going to go hit bicep now. Let's get into that. Okay, next we're doing ISO preacher curls. I love these because you can actually spot yourself really good and get really good bicep contraction overall. It's really good for isolating your bicep. Whenever you're doing it, make sure your hand is supinated. I imagine it as if I'm pulling with my pinky instead of just like pulling it in general. And I felt more contraction in my bicep doing that personally. All right, for some reason I'm having pain in my palm on my right hand. So I'm gonna go switch to cable curls in a second, which are just as good, if not better, for building the bicep. I just want to do some preacher curls because not a lot of people enjoy cable curls. I don't know why, in my grip, literally right where my ring finger is touching, I had the sharpest pain, like just a little jab. Like it almost felt like my muscle fibers tearing, to be honest, not in a good way. So we're gonna hit some cable curls to really get that pump. See if I don't get that pain. Hopefully I don't. Now we're gonna take about a 2.5 minute break. I haven't been watching my break time right now, but you really do want to. If you're lifting heavier weight and you take about a 2.5 to 3 minute wait, you're gonna be rested properly and be able to really attack the next rep better, the next set better. A lot of people only take about a minute break, which isn't, I mean, if you're going for endurance, keep doing that. Solid, phenomenal, great thing to do. No reason to stop. It's just building endurance in your muscles. But if you want the most out of your hypertrophy and your muscle building, you really need to wait and rest properly so you can have more intensity on the next set to build more muscle. Kind of like, oh, I can stay awake and only sleep 4 hours, right? And I can work during the day more, or I can sleep 8 hours and work more productively. Work less, but work more efficiently, if that makes sense. That's how I like to think about it. I know a lot of my friends only take about a 1.5 minute break and they go right back into it. And I mean, they're all scrawnier guys, so I guess it's good for them. I'm just real big and heavy. So when I lift heavy weight, I like to take a heavy break, is how I think about it. Whew. Now, I probably could have got 2 more sets in on the right hand, but if you haven't noticed, my left hand right to my right, which really pumped right now, so it's hard to flex it, but my right bicep is more defined than my left slightly. So I'm trying to even it out. And if you didn't know, a really easy way to start doing that, start left-handed, go until failure, and match it with the right. Or start with the weak muscle, go to a failure, and then match with the strong muscle what you did with the weak muscle. I really didn't know that, and I was watching a Sam Sulek video and he explained that. I was like, holy shit, okay. So you learn something new every day, man. That pump in my fucking arms is wild though. So that's some half-fast reps on the preacher curl, 2 on this. I'm probably gonna do 1 more set of these, and then we'll go hit some T-bar row, finish off probably a lat pull down or something, and definitely a bicep burnout. As you just saw, I finished doing my cable curls. So now we're going to be moving on to T-bar row. Oh, I'm not sure how this is gonna go because my wrists are fucking killing me. But I do got my handy dandy straps. That should take a lot of stress off my wrists. So let's see how that goes. Let's get y'all set up and let's get going. All right, next we're doing lat push downs till failure. I originally did not know this. I learned it from watching a Sam Sulek video actually. Try not to straighten your arms, kind of have like a little bit of a bend. If you notice that your tricep is burning. I used to keep mine straight, and I noticed that when I would pull, it really burned my tricep. And he made a video about it. And when he was doing it, he was pulling it, and he was pulling it like this, and he wasn't extending his arm. And I noticed the moment I stopped hyperextending my arm, it really helped. Let's go ahead and get a good old working set of these Johns in real quick. Whew, there's 20. I'm gonna up that weight a lot now that I kind of got the feel for it down. I mean, don't get me wrong, that kind of got my tricep a little bit too, but only after about 16 reps. It really did improve it. That was crazy. Oh my goodness. My lats are dead. So I tried to do a second set. I just couldn't get it done. My triceps are gone. So now we're gonna move on to face pulls, and then we're gonna finish out with a bicep burnout. So I'll see you there. So a lot of people, when they do a face pull, they want to put their cable all the way at the top. And I mean, it's not like a terrible thing. Just, okay, the main thing that I've learned when it comes to doing them to build the most amount of mass is you want your elbows to be above your wrist when pulling. So like I put it at about right here, as you can see, right here on me. That way I can kind of hold like this and pull up, almost like a T-bar row, but higher up, rotating out and getting the elbows flared out. So just make sure you're getting that contraction, and when you finally get back here, pull the shoulder blades back and make sure you're really pinching the shoulder blades. So let's hit a set of these, see what it feels like after that gruesome back day for me. So this will be the last set of the workout. My whole back is pretty much dead. I am going to do some lower back extensions, probably like 3 sets of 10, just kind of get the burn in my lower back. And I will be doing a bicep burnout, but I don't feel needing recording that. So I shall see y'all after I finish this set. Knock it out. Alrighty, just finished face pulls. Now I'm about to hit some bicep burnout and lower back extensions. It's currently 3 a.m. I've been in here for about 2 hours. So I'm gonna knock them out, do some cardio. Yeah, I'll catch y'all after all that's done. Okay, I gotta bear with me. Finished with lower back extension, the bicep burnout. I had a 50 on the bicep burnout. Fucking bonkers, dude. My back. Oh, excuse me, my back is fucking toasted. But I'm a very firm believer in whenever I do my back that I feel as though you should really get up in there and just take care of every muscle. Try to make sure that I fully get every compound muscle group that I can. If I'm doing a multiple day, like especially getting those face pulls in, that really targeted the traps. So now I don't really need to do shrugs, but I might hit them tomorrow a little bit when I do chest. Do my push day and my triceps. I'm definitely gonna hit dips, but I'm probably gonna do bench dips since my wrist is really messed up. As y'all could tell, I was kind of lifting like a bitch, but it is what it is. We still got the gains in. I gotta eat my Rice Krispie treats. But yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I really didn't want to go today, but I just got up and went. I did it. So I guess the biggest thing is just to realize that sometimes you're not gonna want to fucking do it. Just go do it, man. And I hope that, I know a lot of my lat workouts today were really bad in my form. I hope that at least some of them were informative and you can learn something. I know it wasn't perfect. Don't get me wrong. I know it wasn't. And I still have a long way to go, but I hope that some of my knowledge can help some of you guys. That's really one thing I want to do. Is I don't just want to make music or do this and that. I really want to just help people. It just makes me happy doing that. I love teaching people stuff because I myself love learning things. So I hope that I can help you with something or some way about lifting or something. I hope you learned something new. If you didn't and you could critique me, by all means, let me know what y'all think and all that. I'll get this out as soon as possible. By the way, when you see this, these will not come out the days that I work out. I'm going to work out in different junction compared to when the videos come out. I'm just going to kind of release them when I can. But yeah. If you watched all the way through, appreciate you, love you. Have a fantastic day. And if you're going to go lift, fucking hit a PR. You got this shit. Peace.